So now continuing on in this lecture, we can see that we have made quite a lot of progress in this particular model. Uh, as a shortcut, you can also like hide the mesh here. And if you want to make a mesh sketch on this particular face, you can hover your mouse over the face or the plane and do a right click. When you do a right click, you'll get this mesh sketch option directly. So you can click on that and it will point you to the mesh sketch button. Now you can also do the offset here. So I have done the offset. I don't need this side, so I can keep it, or I can drag it in here like that. And I can say, okay. So here I have these two circular cylindrical looking holes. So I can make my circles here, and I can add my constraints. So I can select these circles and say make them equal radius, and I can add a dimension. So I can say the dimension from the scan came out as 9.87, so I can change it to 10 millimeters, hence adding my condition. And here, like we saw in the previous case, I can do an offset plane. So I can choose the plane method, and we can go and say pick point and normal axis. So I can say pick this plane, and I can pick this normal axis to offset the plane in a parallel fashion. And once it's done, we can go here to the extrude option in the model tab. So here I'm in the model tab, and we can go to extrude and select our base sketch. So I'm going to select the sketch, and I'm going to say extrude up to surface and select this particular body. And since we want it to be merged, we select merge as the option and say OK. So here we have built most of the parts of this particular body. We have a few other remaining parts. So here, for example, for this area, I can hide my solid, and I can see that there are two through holes. So I can show your solid, select this face, right click on that face and do a mesh sketch there itself. There I can bring it down. You see both these holes. And here we can create our best fit circles. Now I can make them equal radius. And I can also fit rectangles. So I can go to rectangle and make a drag box around this rectangle and say, OK. Now, since it's all through holes, I can come out. I can go to the model tab. I'm out of the sketch. I can say extrude. And in the method, we also have an option called midplane. So you can select midplane, and you can extend this through so that it extrudes uniformly on both sides. And you can add a cut tool. So now here we have made this particular body, and we have reverse engineered the CAD file from the basic scan. So here at the top, you can also use rollback functions. So we started with this particular scan, and at the end, we have gotten this particular CAD file. I can also hide my sketches, reference vectors, planes, etc. And now, if I want to export this particular solid as a step file, I can come here to solid bodies, right click on my solid body and say export. Now I can export it in my desktop as a step or an IGS file. I can say export it as a model_1, and I can export it or open it in any software. Now, if you want to export this as a Solidworks Creo Inventor file, we can go in the Home tab, and in the Home tab, we have an option called live transfer. So I can click on the live transfer option here and go to SolidWorks. So I have SolidWorks installed in my PC, but we interface with SolidWorks, Creo, Inventor, NX, and AutoCAD. This is a very important procedure because instead of exporting a step file, we have all this modeling history. So if I go to SolidWorks and say transfer to SolidWorks, I can either start from the first feature and export everything, or I can export some selected entities like sketches, extrudes, etc. So you can click here and start from first feature, and you can say OK. Now this is actually going to load SolidWorks in your PC, and it will start rebuilding this particular model for you. So I am having it rebuilt in this particular system. And here you can see that the body is being transferred from DesignX into SolidWorks, and we have all the modeling history, and extrude came as an extrude. So if I go in here and try to edit the sketch, we can see that all the dimensions are present, all the constraints, everything has transferred over from DesignX into SolidWorks, and we get the complete modeling history. And we have all the things transferred like fillets, etc. Everything has come over. And in case there is something like a break, you can always roll to end. You can identify the particular feature of interest, and you can start at the next item and say resume from the area where we left off, and the software will redesign everything, and in the end it will say export succeeded. This file at this stage is an independent SolidWorks file that you can export and work on. So you can save this as a SolidWorks part file, and you have the complete modeling history along with all the names of whatever items that we put in. Everything has come over here completely. This process is called live transfer, and ensure that you get the complete modeling history, so that if you need to change any particular dimension, you can change it in the SolidWorks itself. So I can come here, and if I want to change this from 10 into say 9.75, I can enforce that change, and the model would update in SolidWorks appropriately. This is called the live transfer, and with this we come to the end of the first exercise, where we completely went from a scan in DesignX to a finished CAD in the SolidWorks. Thank you.